Native Instruments has finally updated their Maschine software to version 3, their first new full version update in over 10 years. We're going to take a look at all the new features, see how it is. Not sponsored, by the way. I did get it sent to me for free, but they don't have any say on what I can or cannot say in this video. Let's get to it. Alright, so here it is, Maschine 3.0. As you can see, they updated the UI, very similar to the UI updates in Kontakt 8. And before we get started, everyone should know this is a paid update. It's $99 for the full version if you don't own any instances of Maschine. But there's also 2 different upgrade paths. One is $29 if you have Maschine 2. So if you go from Maschine 2 to Maschine 3, it's only $29 and you get all the new features. But with the update to 3.0, they're also releasing a new sound pack. So if you want to update with the new Maschine Central sound pack, it's going to be $69. Or you can buy the sound pack separately for $50. And the sound pack works with the previous version of the Maschine as well. So if you have Maschine 2, you can get the sound pack if you want, if you don't want to upgrade to 3. So there's actually a lot of options here. Also, very important, the Maschine 3.0 software is not compatible with Maschine Mark 1 or Mark 2 or Maschine Micro Mark 1 or 2. So you're going to need to have a Mark 3, a Plus, or the Studio. All right, but let's get into it. The first main addition besides the UI upgrade is stem separation. Of course, you know, that's like the new hot thing right now. Everyone got their own stem separation. So let's see how it is. All right, so I'm going to pull in this Soul Surplus sample. All right, so that's the sample, and looks like you go right here to get stems. Let's see how it sounds. This is my first time hearing the stems as well, so let's see how it is. Now, I won't cut anything so you guys can see the real time, see how long it takes. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Like I said, that was uncut. See what we got. This is the vocal. Something good. Not bad. You give me something good. And those little clicks are from the original sample as well, so it's not because of the stem separation. Not bad. Bass. Pretty good job. There's no drums in that sample, so we're not going to check that out. So the stem separation sounds pretty good. So for those who use Maschine who have been waiting for stem separation, now you got it. Next, they added a few MIDI updates. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Maschine Central expansion pack. We're going to throw in a random sound. We're going to do this piano sound here. And now with the MIDI enhancements, make sure you have that clicked where it won't work. But when you drag it around, you can hear previews. There's also a couple of other MIDI features that Maschine has added. Now you can do, you can split, you can join different notes. If I split this, so if I want this long note to be split, let's go right here. Bam. Now we can split these notes. You can also join them. There you go. Also a bunch of other features now, like you can nudge down, nudge over. It's a huge MIDI enhancement in general. Another thing you can do with the MIDI is bounce it into audio. So you can bounce it in place and turn it into an audio file. You just go here, go to bounce, and this will come up. And then for this, I'll put always allow, bam, and now you have your audio file. Another thing you can do now in Maschine is per scene tempo. So if you had another scene, scene 2 and scene 1 can have different tempos. And the way you do that is you right click and you go to scene tempo, and you can adjust the tempo. And look, if I switch back to scene 1, it'll be 75, scene 2, 85. If you like to work with a lot of tempo switches, Now you can. Another thing that's new in Maschine, which I'm surprised it took them this long to actually implement it, is that you can now import MP3 files when before you could only import WAV. But not just MP3 files, but you can also import MP4, FLAC, and OGG. Now, me personally, I don't usually use Maschine as a standalone. I usually use it within Logic, which is my personal DAW of choice. And it allows me to bring all the new features in Maschine 3 into Logic as well. So the new version of Logic Pro does include its own stem separation, but it only works if you have an M series Apple Silicon chip. Unfortunately, I'm still using an Intel computer, so I don't have those stem separation features. But now, with Maschine in Logic, I now have my own stem separator. So I just separate the stems, and if I want the vocal, I can then take the vocal and just pull out the audio, put it into my DAW. If you're interested in seeing how I use Logic and Maschine together, I'll leave a video down below in the description to see how I set it up and how I use it in my workflow. So those are the main new features of Maschine 3. I guess now we can take a look at the Maschine Central expansion. So it includes 103 kits comprised of drums, samples, loops. Don't worry, we're going to take a look at a couple of them just to get a general idea of how they sound. It also includes 144 Kontakt instrument sounds that you can use in Maschine. And finally, 204 presets for their synthesizers. Let's take a look at a few of the sounds. Let's go to kits. But now we're going to go through some of the Maschine Central kits. We're just going to listen to the previews. Every sound you hear is included in that kit. So in the preview, if you hear like a piano, some drums and stuff like that, they're all in that kit. As you can hear, there's a lot of like variety, bunch of different genres. Let's go through a few more. All right, so those are some of the kits of Maschine Central expansion. There's over 100, so we're not going to go through them all. We can go through some of the instrument sounds again. Those are some of those. There's also some loops, of course. A lot of variety. It's meant to be like a all-inclusive sound pack for Maschine users. That's a quick look into Maschine 3 and the Maschine Central expansion. If I went through all the sounds, we'd be sitting here all day. There's so many sounds in this thing. Long awaited update, a lot of great new features, and honestly, I think the price point is super fair, especially if you don't care about the Maschine Central expansion pack and you just want to update from 2 to 3 for $30. You get stem separation, all those MIDI workflow enhancements, and better integration with their new keyboards. A lot of welcome additions. So if you're a Maschine user, I definitely recommend checking it out. But keep in mind, if you don't have the Mark III or the Studio or the Plus, your Maschine won't be compatible. But that's me for this one. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know exactly what you think. Subscribe for more videos. And be sure to check out my social medias, my music on all platforms. Link down below as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
They don't know what it takes for you to chase your dreams. All these sacrifices, don't know what it brings. This just feels so right, yeah. This just feels so right, feels so